What's up, everybody? King of FOMO here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow my Telegram channel. It's t.me/KingofFOMO1, as well as the chat if you guys are willing to wade through the bad to find the good, because there's a lot more bad than good in there. All right, so let's talk about this stuff. Today is not the greatest day in crypto, which to me means it's a great day to purchase when people are away from their computers, a little depressed, not looking at crypto because the markets are red, thinking everything is bad. But I like to be there on the green days where everything's up 20-40%, where I already have the tokens, rather than trying to scramble and pick them up while they're pumping at the current moment. So we'll talk about some of these coins. I'm going to look at this chart in general and just talk about some things that I think are sleeper gems, or things that I think that will start to rise again. I'm not really going to talk about too many like brand spanking new coins, but a lot of these coins have cycles where they just go down 20% and then they go up 50%, or they go down a lot and then they go up a lot. So we'll talk about some of them here in a moment. I am going to talk about other gems too, things that are sleepers in this video that might rise very, very soon. And the first one I want to start with is Kitten Finance. Now, I've talked about this on the channel a few times before, but you really shouldn't sleep on this thing. And one of the reasons why is because Kitten Finance, their team is actually putting the cart before the horse. They're not overhyping up their product. They're not asking for tens of millions of dollars for something that doesn't cost tens of millions of dollars, and is not really valued at that, not really as valuable as tens of millions of dollars, like most of these other farms. With Kitten Finance, they're building out their product. You can see if you scroll down to the bottom here, they have a tech report. This tech report is telling you what they're doing, what they're planning. They've redacted or hidden some things because they don't want the competition to take over and steal their ideas. But this is progress, and I like the fact that Kitten Swap is saying, hey, we want to develop something, we want to get it out there. You guys can invest in us, believe in us now, but hopefully when it gets out there, people will actually see what's going on with it. And that's what I really like about Kitten Finance. It's one of the first serious farms that I've seen in a while, as opposed to a farm that just releases and tries to get a bajillion dollars and then tries to scramble to develop afterwards, which is sort of backwards. And Kitten Finance has it working forwards in the correct way, in my opinion. So my plan, I've told you guys this a few times, I'm waiting for the price to rebound back to $30, and I like the fact like they're adding stuff. It used to just be these 4 boxes and that's it, but now they have a live feed of all the trades in Kitten Finance. They have a FAQ, a lot of other stuff. So they're adding to the site. They're, again, not just, they didn't just release the site and say, all right, guys, buy it up. We'll have something for you ready in 3 or 4 months. So like they're developing things, and you can see that most buys are happening. Very few sells are really happening here. So I like the fact that things are looking forward for Kitten Finance. Check it out. Don't sleep on this one. We're gonna get into Interstellars a little bit later too. This one's doing well as well. I can withdraw this 1.4 Ethereum from here as well, and it seems like the marketing is starting to pick up in there. The next one I want to move into before I get to Interstellars, I'll probably save that for the end, is Sun.market. This is the other farm that I want to talk about for today. Now this one, I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't hyped, and I'm still really not super hyped about Sun.market at the current moment, because there's not really enough information for me to pull from. I can't tell you guys to get excited for this at all. So do your own research on this at first, but I did deposit more Tron into here just because I don't have any place to put it. There's really nothing on the Tron network that's popping out at me that sounds really, really revolutionary, or it's going guaranteed to be good. But Sun.market definitely has potential to do great things. I think right now the price of the Sun token is at $24. It seems to, I did sell at the very beginning, and for good reason, it did dump, but it seems to have bottomed out here at about $19-20, and it's starting to rebound, going back up. Farming tokens are sort of designed to go down though, because they're just given to you for free, so they should just sell off. But it's nice to see that it had a little bit of a rebound. We'll see what happens here with the Sun token, but to me, it's just it's a super low risk, because I'm just depositing Tron, and I can get my Tron back, and I get Sun for free. And when this actual farm launches and you can stake your Sun to get other Sun and other stuff, then that's when we'll see the price actually move. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Next up, let's talk about the coins. So the coins of the day, obviously our top coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, XRP, down a little bit, a little more than usual. Usually these things have been moving sideways pretty hardcore for the past week or so, and then they had a nice pump, and now they're having a nice dump. So that's kind of the story there with the top coins. Tron is struggling a little bit too. That's another reason why I'm not super hyped on it right now. But if we take a look, this is what I like to do. I like to look at the top coins, and the top coins, really nothing too much to note here. A lot of your US dollar tether coins. But Binance coin has pumped. I think that's just because of Burger Swap, which I'm not going to talk about because it doesn't really seem that great to me. And then you have your YFI coins, which they go through cycles. I mean, they dump like 40% and then they go up like 80% and hit all-time highs every single time. So definitely keep an eye on your YFI, your DFIs as they continue to dump. Maybe think about scooping some of these things up because I wouldn't be surprised if they went up another 60% and YFI hits 42,000, DFI hits 8,000. That wouldn't surprise me at all. UMA, another one that might be a good buy. It's kind of following the same trend as Sushi, so I don't know. I'm not going to go too crazy on getting UMA. Sushi, same deal. And Ampl is another one. I like to really take a real close look at Ampl once it hits $150,000 in market cap, because it does this thing where it goes way up, like to double price, and then it dumps all the way back down to this price again. Maybe I'm going to wait for about $140,000 or $140 million in market cap before I buy up some Ampl. But honestly, these rebase coins, they kind of do the same thing where they have like 3 good days and then like 2 weeks of really bad days. So I'm trying to pick them up when the bad days is what I'm attempting to do. Now, taking a look at some of other coins that are not on here, or well, we can talk about some other things. So Nexus is one that I bought, not Nexums. Nexums is a different thing, but Nexus Mutual is a insurance type of coin, and I think that this definitely has potential to keep rising. I did pick some of this up. It's down 11% right now, and I think that this is going to be a coin that isn't going to disappear along with YFI, because yield farming isn't going to disappear, in my opinion. So as long as yield farming gets more and more popular, I think that the Nexus Mutual will also get more and more popular, because it's an insurance type of coin that protects people from other yield farming. I can get into the details later. Honestly, I'm probably not going to, because it's really technical and legal and all that other stuff. So not that I like to talk about illegal things, but it's just it's going to be hard for me to cover for my general audience. But you guys can look at some videos for Nexus Mutual if you want to try that out. Buying the tokens for free, though. You can get the token just on Uniswap. Talked about the Sun token. Cream is another one. Of course, I knew that Cream was like way over pumped at like $200. Of course, I was waiting for a pullback, and it has pulled back to $180. Honestly, though, I wouldn't buy this until it hits about $140 or $130, and then we'll see some new highs again. So I'm gonna wait for that before I get some Cream at the current moment. But that's one that I'm looking at. Compound is the other coin that I'm looking at. Compound usually does really well. You can see that it had a high of $336 in its 180-day chart right here, and it's pulling back, but it does the same thing as a lot of these other coins. Every time it has a pretty big dump, it resurges back up to almost double the value. So $133 all the way up to $217. Then you had $171 all the way up to $256. And I think the same thing's gonna happen right here. I don't know when the bottom's gonna be. It could be now. So I'm actually gonna probably get some Compound now, and as it comes back up, we'll maybe see some other, not all-time highs, but pretty high highs from Compound. And then another one, sleeper hit, is YF Beta. Now, they said they launched their contracts today, which is why they're pumped about 50% right now. So in 1 hour, they've gone up 50% since about $650 all the way up to whatever it's at right now, $907. So definitely keep an eye on this. I was talking about this one back when it was about $1,000, maybe $2,000. So I did scoop up a little bit of these things because I do think that it'll touch those highs again. These YF coins are pretty much lockdowns, honestly, with the legitimate ones. Obviously, 90% of YF coins just scam or do nothing. But YF Beta seems like it's not going to be one of those 90% coins, and it's actually going to do something. So definitely keeping my eye close on YF Beta and their Telegram community. And of course, we have other coins like Swerve, which are doing okay as well. I mean, they're pulled back too. So today's another day where I would look at Swerve and potentially buy back into this. And put some USDC in here and earn it. But I'm not going to be selling my Swerve today. I'm farming this on the platform, so I have about 7 Swerve to sell. But obviously, this is a lower day, so I'm not going to sell it. SASHIMI is one of the last ones I want to talk about before I get to the new coin. This one actually rebounded. Now, somebody called this in my Telegram the other day. They said SASHIMI looks like it's at a pretty big low. So is ELF. ELF is still sort of dropping, but SASHIMI has rebounded back up. So it's up to you to kind of decide. It might actually be a good idea to jump in this pool because they'll probably even out. ELF will probably go up. SASHIMI will probably go down. And this has the highest APY. So who knows? Sometimes these can be bad ideas. Farms that have already had their heyday usually are not the best, so it's something to keep in mind. But one of the other thing to keep in mind is on their Twitter, they are developing stuff in here too. So they're not just vaporware, it seems. They have a roadmap and a strategy up and ready to go. So if we take a look at this Medium article, you guys can see what they're going to do. I haven't actually read this, so we'll see if they're a legitimate company. Maybe they'll do the same thing as sushi. And honestly, that's not really saying much, saying, hey, we'll do the same thing as sushi, because sushi's been crabbing along sideways for a pretty good amount of time too. But again, with coins like sushi and sashimi, when they're going sideways and people are not paying attention about them, they're either going to keep going sideways / down, or they're going to research up hardcore because their product is successful and their launch is successful. So it's just things to keep in mind. So there's a lot of stuff here that you guys can check out. Obviously, you can't buy everything, and it probably wouldn't be smart to buy everything. Whatever resonates with you the most is probably the best, and that's kind of what I'm going to do after this video, is think about what resonates the most with me. Now, the last thing to talk about is a brand new coin. I'm not really talking about too many brand new coins because most of them are failures, especially to start. They're terrible buys at launch. They're really good. Like, some of them can be really good buys after they dump, but at launch they're terrible buys. So Explosive Ethereum is one of them. Who knows, this could be a good buy or not. I'm not going to tell you to buy it, or because like I said, just wait until it dumps. But Explosive Ethereum is a rebase coin, and I'm not the biggest fan of rebase coins. I think they only have positive rebases. They don't really have negative rebases, which could be a good thing because you get more coins, but it could also be a bad thing because if the price needs correction, it's not going to correct through the rebase, so it'll just stay dead forever. But one of the positives with Explosive Ethereum is, as it's pegged to Ethereum, which is great, and you also get staking rewards. So if you're staking the coin, you get 2%, something like, I think like 2% or 1% of all of the cells is sent to stakers. So you actually burn 3% of your tokens if you're selling it, which solves some problems with rebase coins of people taking advantage of it. When people do take advantage of it, you're going to get a kickback from those people doing those major sells, which is a positive. I'm not sure if it'll make up for the dump in price, but who knows? We'll see. It's an interesting idea. You guys can look it up yourself. It's called xeth.finance. And they have a Telegram, a Twitter, all that other stuff. So I purchased some of these things. We'll see what happens with them in the long run. But that is everything for today. There's really not a whole lot to really laser focus in on in terms of easy profits. But there is a lot of stuff that has potential in this market. I guarantee you one of the things that I talked about will probably be in the super greens in a few days when the market recorrects back up. All right, that's everything for today, guys. Catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.